All right, fellas, listen up. Last practice of the week. We've had a good week so far. Let's make sure we finish the same way. We got a game on Sunday.
Set! 10 Lobo.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Mixon. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
10-2 stop.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he...
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That's complete to John Ross. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2nd and 6. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Back to throw. Lawrence. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
Come on, set. 60 out, Lord.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now, a chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Going for a right side here, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards, and the drive keeps going. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And Thomas has it. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give them 19. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off play action, Lawrence. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again. Lawrence. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 21 yards away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers.
You're holding
what does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Come on,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake, Lawrence. And past the 30. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big hook up there. Forced. To throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off play action, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again.